So we made a video about electric guitar rigs under 20,000 rupees. And that was super fun. Well, a lot of you all told us that we need electric guitar rigs under 30k. So to push the budget a little bit, today we're going to select some electric guitars and amplifiers with a budget of under 30,000 rupees. So come, let's check it out.
So last week we did 20k.
Yeah.
This time we have 10k more.
Nice, some School of Rock, the SESG.
Oh, yeah, School of Rock. Actually, amps were pretty good. You know, the best one that we got last time was from your Joyo.
JamBuddy.
JamBuddy.
Oh, that's insane.
Like after we recorded, I heard that.
Yeah, so that's also part of our list.
That can be a part of the pick today as well.
Yeah, now we can actually pair that with something even better, like an ST30 or a nice.
How about the SEST, like a super shredder series guitar?
Cool.
Will we overshoot our budget with that?
No, we'll actually be within budget.
So the last time we did all strats. Can we
More or
select
less.
Les Pauls, SGs? Can we select like a super
so-
shredder series or
Yes,
can we do different
yes.
guitars? This time?
SG.
We got the AC/DC thing.
Yep. And then we pair that with a nice expensive amp.
So we have how much left after this one?
About 1,500 bucks.
We'll have to borrow someone's guitar for that then.
Yeah. Well, so it wasn't easy selecting guitars and amps within a certain budget. We had to keep some of them aside, which wasn't easy for us. But now we've got a bunch of guitars and some amps. And we're going to take it to the studio and do a sound test. So come along. Alright, so we're in the studio right now and we're going to test out all our combos and you can listen to what it sounds like. Our budget is 30k. So we've done a 50-50 split on this one. We have the SEST 650 by SQOE and we're going to pair that with the Lirevo Token 30. Now the SEST 650 is in and around this 15,000-16,000 rupees and that's also what the Lirevo is priced at. Overall, it would come under 30,000 rupees. So let's hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, so we did the SEST 650, the Strat.
Yep.
And with the Token 30, which is a big, 10-12 inch speaker,
Yep.
loud amp. I mean, so this setup is mainly for the people who want to make a lot of noise and be obnoxiously loud and play along with a drummer and take this amp to the gigs and everything. It's got some nice effects. It's just got a reverb actually.
So this actually has just two channels, clean and overdrive, and the drive has two types of drives. It's fairly simple, good for people who don't want too much happening, who don't want to choose too many tones.
It's a very good, like, classic sounding amp. The clean channel I really loved actually. The reverb and the clean channel has that very nice, that old style, that old style Fender EQA vibe, right?
Yep.
So it has that. The drive channel is a very classic sounding overdrive. So it's not like Mesa Boogie level gains.
All right.
But it does the job. It does if you're playing classic rock or the 70s, 80s music. This amp is pretty good, and it's got the Celestion speaker, the whole deal. So it's the drummer amp.
The drummer
I
amp.
would say the drummer amp.
Absolutely, yeah. It's got good projection, good throw. So what would you rate it out of 10?
This would, because loud things have a special place in my heart, so I would still rate this combo at about, see, you can cover a lot of ground. So I would say for a working musician, it would be a really good 8 on 10 sort of
Awesome.
setup. Okay, and for people practicing at home, yeah. Now, if you have to quieten it down, provided you also had the Strat, so in that case, I would maybe give it like a 7 on 10 because we do have scope for improvement.
Absolutely.
Which you'll find out in the other options.
Yeah, so I would give it a 7 out of 10 as well, just because it's a great sounding amp. It does the job. It's got 2 tones, your clean and overdrive. I would have maybe liked a little more, but for what it does it well, and as a guitar player, it does the job. Alright, so next up we have the SELP 110 by SQOE. That's a Les Paul style guitar. And we've paired that with a Token 15 by Lirevo. Now the Les Paul style guitar, the SELP 110 costs about 19 to 20,000 rupees. And the Lirevo Token 15 is around the 10-11,000 rupees. So we do fall under our budget of 30,000 rupees. Now let's hear what it sounds like.
I think from the whole lot that we played today, the Strats were great, but this Les Paul is on another level altogether. The fretwork, the feel of the neck, the electronics, even the pickups, and just the overall package. I think this is one guitar that SQOE has really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
and I think if there are further models higher than this as well.
There are, yes.
Just the guitar by itself is the best find under 30k for me.
Oh,
right.
Awesome.
And along with that, now we had the limited budget, so we went with the 15 water amp, which still has a Celestion speaker. It still has a great throw, and the amp was right next to me, so I could not really crank, right? But again, even with a 15 watt amp, the first amp that I had was a 15 water, and I would jam with my drummer. So it is again a working musician, you're playing gigs, you're playing with your band and everything. Still the similar setup as the last time. You've got a classic sounding gain channel and a very classic sounding clean channel as well.
Right.
You just have to cut a whole lot of mids because now this is not a tube amp, right?
No.
So we have to the EQ was slightly aggressive for the 15 watt, but it's got a great reverb. So anything you play through it does sound good, and especially with a guitar like this.
With a guitar like that, yeah.
With that setup is a very inspiring setup. I would keep one setting on that pretty much all night long.
Yeah.
And just keep noodling because you have so many options here.
Yeah.
Neck pickup, roll the volume down. Bridge pickup, roll the volume, and combine them in different ways.
And just get
and
different
tone knob. You can pretty much play everything, and the guitar is just. This guitar really speaks, man. So
yeah,
I'm really this is one of my favorites now.
So we've actually done an in-depth video with Varun a few months back about the SQOE guitars, and he was absolutely blown away then. So we brought it back into this combination situation. Now, with this particular combo, how would you rate it?
This would be good 8 to 8.5 out of 10 because there is still scope for more features, especially amp-wise, right? I would have loved some effects at least, if not too many, or any other feature like looping or something. I talked about playing all night, that's very tough when you don't have a looper. So that sort of thing. So, but still, it's a great sound. The guitar mainly gets the most points. So I would rate it a good 8 to 8.5.
So I would give it a 7.5 in this case, just because the amp is a little smaller, not that feature packed, but the guitar sounding great.
No, because Keegan is a Strat guy, that's why.
Nailed it. So now we've gone with the ST20 V2, which is super popular. You're all familiar with it. We've seen it several times with Varun and with other people. And we've paired that with the Fullstar 30. Now we've actually done an in-depth review about the Fullstar amp with all the features, all the tones it has to offer. It's got a lot that we cannot cover in this video. But the ST20 V2 is one of the more inexpensive guitars we have. It retails at around 10,000 rupees. And you have the Fullstar that's around the 20,000 rupees, and we've got that to sound really well.
Right, I think within the 10-12K budget, this is the most amount of guitar you can get. Okay, might not be my favorite color, but I don't mind it actually.
Yeah.
The guitar plays really well. It's got a great, a very snappy maple neck and fretboard, fingerboard, anything you want to call it. Pickups are very spanking. They compress the right amount. They just have that Strat feel.
The Strat feel.
Okay,
yeah.
so I really feel at home playing this one. Okay, can you improve it? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Right, and there are high models. But if you had just had like 10,000 bucks, which you're a kid, you've operated your lawnmower all summer long and stored that
you
money
just
or-
finished 10th grade exams.
yeah, that sort of a thing. And because people don't deliver newspapers nowadays. So you earn your money differently. And 10K is all you have. This is the best amount of the guitar that you can get in that. Paired with that, we went with a very expensive amp with a whole bunch of features. My 2 cents there is it might not be a beginner friendly.
No,
Right? 'Cause It's got a whole bunch of features. Although you still can learn what it means. But just this guitar and that amp, the amp was an overkill.
Yeah.
Because we have a big enough speaker. So that was just a fun day with this guitar. Just you make a lot of noise, a lot of gain, and a lot of sound on that amp. That setup would probably, I don't know if how much I would rate that setup. It was a good enough sound. It had all the things. This gets the Strat thing going. So I would maybe give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've actually talked about this amp in detail in another video, and this is actually a combination where we've gone with an expensive amp. Again, we've done a video of inexpensive guitar versus expensive amp, and that's what we were going with this. So even though the ST20 V2 sounds incredible, the Fullstar 30 really brings out some incredible sounds in it. And as Varun mentioned, it's not beginner friendly, just because as a beginner you don't fully understand what an amp is supposed to do, and you might end up with sound that you're not too happy with. So that's just something to watch out. Having said that, just love how this amp sounds, and I'm going to give it an 8 on 10. Next up we have the SEST 250 by SQOE, and we're going to pair that with the DC15S by Joyo. Again, we've gone with a slightly higher budget on the amplifier. In this case, it's packed with a ton of features which we'll talk about, and that's about 20,000 rupees. And of course, our SEST 250 is priced at about 10,000 rupees. So, under 30,000 rupees, this is the combo. Let's hear what it sounds like. this case, the amp is just feature packed. It's battery operated. It's got a drum machine. It's got a looper. You can store a couple of presets in there. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. It's got so many features. So it costs about 20,000 rupees. It's got several different amp modelers, right from clean to crunch to distorted to even like a metal sound. So if you're someone who's looking to experiment with different sounds, even though your guitar is maybe not the most expensive one, just experimenting with the tones on the amp, you can get different sounds and really hone in on certain types of music that you want to go into or understand where you are as a guitar player. So Varun, what are your thoughts on this?
I think for me, okay, let's talk. Do you want me to rate right away or
No.
I should talk? First I should talk. Okay. Let's start with the guitar. Again, this is the starter range.
Yep.
How much would it cost?
It's about 10,000 rupees.
10,000 rupees, right? So single humbucker. Again, like the ST20 V2, very similar sort of a setup. And a slightly, I like this neck finish a little more.
Okay.
It's been whatever treatment it's been got. I don't know exactly what it is. The frets are nicely done, not a single spot. So with even in 10K, that's the thing about SQOE is the attention to detail with. It's not like the guitar does not feel cheap. Although, however, it might be made out of affordable inventory.
Yeah.
Right? But the guitar is not. They're not cheaping out at all. They're just like robust all the way. Like just even if you look at the pickups, it's like good magnets. Everything. The output is nice. Tremolo. Single way whammy given. And it's a great upgrade platform. 10K is all you have, and you're gonna earn money later on and put better parts, maybe locking tuners, maybe different, string trees,
pickups.
And I don't really. The pickups are fine. They're that good.
Damn.
They're that good.
Yeah.
But they'll just stay and maybe you put more money into guitar lessons.
Yes, guys, practice guitar.
Yeah, that's what we would do. Okay, so the guitar is great. Now let's talk about the amp. I think for me, the best amp for this evening, out of everything that we played, despite the size, it's the low end throw is very solid. Joyo has figured something out where
I
even
agree.
in that size, the punch is still there. And the thing with that amp is you put treble on full or you treble on zero, there's not a bad sound at all. The frequency range is just managed. I don't know what they've done.
I know.
But it's just there. So the amp models were very good. It's got a whole bunch of effects also, a looper also. So that's the amp you would actually sit and chill with. Obviously, it's an expensive amp compared to the other stuff that we had here earlier, right? So the Joyo costs about...
It's about 20,000 rupees.
Man, worth every penny.
Absolutely.
Really.
Like I've actually done a detailed video about just the amp sometime last year, many months ago. And it still holds true. It's still one of the best amps that we have. We use this for testing when we need to check guitars before dispatch, when we need to demonstrate guitars for customers. And anyone who comes to test guitars plays through this amp. It gives a good understanding of where the guitar is at. It's not making the guitar sound totally different. At the same time, it's just convenient. Like you can pick this up and go wherever you want.
And it's battery operated.
It's battery operated.
Oh,
it's chargeable.
That's
so.
Yeah, it's the most feature-packed amp as well out of the whole lot we have.
And just super easy to play, and of course Bluetooth connectivity. It's take it for a picnic.
Yeah, backing tracks can be loaded. Drum machine and looper both.
And looper. Headphone out for silent practice. Line in.
So I mean, just the feature list is there, but it's not just feature for the sake of it. The punch is there. I don't know how they figured it out in such a small body, but Joyo really knows.
Joyo is definitely.
They know what they're doing.
We've got some more stuff from Joyo coming up. Till then, how would you rate this combo?
Man, I just kept on yapping on and on, and I'll probably have to pick up this app. So I would give this a 9 out of 10. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, can we upgrade the guitar in this setup? Of course you can.
Yeah.
So if I had 30,000 bucks, I would probably borrow a friend's guitar and take that amp. That's what I would do, and save some more money and get the guitar.
Get the best.
Get a good guitar going, which can be probably the Les Paul that we played earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I would also give it like an 8.5, just because I've been using this amp since I joined, and it's just super reliable. Never had a problem with this. If you've seen in some of our older videos, we always have this amp in the background with a mic. So next up we have the SESG 450 by SQOE, and we're going to pair that with the DC15 by Joyo. Now, the DC15 is a powered amp with different amp modelers and retails at about 10,000 rupees, and the SESG 450 retails at about 20,000 rupees. So here's what they sound like. The DC15 is like the younger brother of the DC15S. The DC15 does not come with battery operation and does not have a looper or a foot switch, but it does come with similar amp modelers, it does come with similar effects, and that retails at about 10,000 rupees. And of course the SESG 450 by SQOE is at about 20,000. The cool thing is this is like your SG style guitar. If you're familiar with School of Rock, Angus Young, good old classic rock heroes, they had the SG. And you pair that with the DC15, which has an incredible range of sounds, again going from clean to distorted to even metal sounds. You have a whole host of features that you can explore. Whether you want to play blues, jazz, anything, it's all there. And it's also got options for headphone practice and things like that. So again, Varun, you were talking a lot about this guitar. Yeah, you love it so much.
Yeah, it's just the finish and the construction is done so well. Even the sound is great. This usually I've seen SGs sometimes have a struggle sounding good in the clean channel. SGs, most of the SGs we've heard in rock and roll history is being pretty distorted, right? This even sounds great clean. I could play like an R&B. So this sounds so good even in the clean channel. Distortion was obviously amazing. So very, very nicely done guitar by SQOE.
Yeah.
This one, even the Les Paul. Like if I had to pick two like really like winner guitars from this whole lot that we have, it would be these two brothers.
For sure.
The SG and the LP. As far as the amp goes, now I praised the Joyo DC15S, right?
Yeah.
I praised that one so much. So that's about 20 grand.
Yeah.
Now, if for this amp has pretty much the same amp models and the same effects.
Yeah.
The only thing it lacks is a looper and a battery powered supply.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's 50% the price of that one. So if you can't get that, you could get this one. So I think my combo was this SG and this sound. Even like I think that has a different speaker, so that has slightly more punch.
It's actually got two drivers in there and one sub, and this has got like a similar setup. So even with the Bluetooth option, if you want to just play music or backing tracks,
right?
So you can get everything nice and.
But I still loved the speaker sound on this one. So I thought that was a different one. So, 10,000 bucks, this amp.
Yeah.
Punch, like straight up punch, great patches, great effects. It had a phaser effect as well. It had chorus, flanger, everything with a very nice sounding reverb delay. And again, the same thing. It doesn't have a 3-band EQ. It just has a tone knob.
Just has tone. Yeah.
But the tone knob does take you from spectrum to spectrum, and it's already in a spot that sounds good.
Yep.
That's what I want. Like you just set everything at 12 o'clock, and the sound is just there.
Awesome.
And then when you have a great guitar, anything
would be
like this to translate that, I think 30,000 bucks. This setup is going to keep you very happy for a very long time.
That combo, just to add here, we are doing under 30,000, but a lot of beginner guitarists who don't have that much budget, the DC15 is really useful at 10,000 rupees. It's not just for beginners. Even once you go a little ahead in your playing, especially if you're doing grades and you need certain tones, that really covers the different tones that you would require for those exams and stuff like that. So again, rating out of 10.
I think you could have removed the SG, put the Les Paul. They are interchangeable.
Yeah, they are
right?
interchangeable.
They really, for the price point, they are interchangeable.
Similarly priced.
So I rated the DC15 as a 9.5.
Yeah.
I would give this a solid 8.5 to 9. We're still in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know? We just have a few more features there which you don't have, but if you don't have a looper, it won't change the world. You can still get great sounds out of this app.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you just want to play really well and have something that sounds great.
Yeah.
So I would give it like I would give it an 8, just because I love the way the guitar sounds and the amp sounds. Scope for improvement, obviously I would, maybe if they had a 3-band EQ on that's one aspect that could improve. Other than that, I can't really think of too much, so that would be an 8 for me. So now we've got the SELP 110, and we're going to pair that with the S8 by Caline, the Scuru S8. The SELP retails at about 19,500 to 20,000 rupees, and the S8 by Caline is about 12,000 rupees, which will amount to about 30,000 rupees. So here's what they sound like. We've actually talked about this amp in detail in another video. It's a battery operated amp and it's got 2 speakers. It's in a metal chassis and it's got 2 channels, clean and overdrive. And I really love how the overdrive channel on that amp sounds. Even though it's a tiny amp, you do get a decent sound out of it. It's pretty big. It's battery operated and it's got Bluetooth connectivity. So it's got the portability factor to it. And of course, we've already spoken about the Les Paul. So what are your thoughts on that, on this combo?
I think apart from the Joyo, this is my second favorite, right? They've really figured it out. It's a good, dual speaker amp, great clean channel, a delay, and then an overdrive channel. Already sounds good right off the bat. And the best part about that is it's battery powered.
Yeah.
And it does get quite loud if you crank it. So this amp is just by itself. Now, what's the costing on this? Is about
12,000.
So you're left with 18,000 bucks for a guitar. Yeah, it's pretty good. So for a battery powered amp, if you could not get the Joyo, which is like 20 grand, this is the second best option.
Second option, yep.
That you can get, and it has a delay. It might not have all the effects, but you don't mind it, man. If it sounds great, it's great.
Yeah, as a guitar player, it's just something that you strum and it's got a good sound.
Yeah.
There's so many amps that give you features and don't give you.
I really do wish it had a reverb. You can make the delay sound like that.
Yeah, like a slapback.
Like a slapback, but if it had a reverb and maybe like one or two effects.
Yeah.
That would have added a whole lot more value. But it's still fine the way it is.
So again, what would you rate it out of 10?
I would give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, the Les Paul through this just sounded like full-on rock and roll. So that's cool. Plus, it's battery powered, so you can just pack it in your suitcase, take it anywhere you want, and have a good party with that. You can can you connect Bluetooth?
Yes.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
So it can double up as just a fun listening speaker.
Speaker.
Man, this is great because it looks
great.
It
looks cool. I was just going to mention
chassis,
that. Yeah.
And this just sitting on your tabletop desk with music blasting out of it. It
itself
cool. It's a great Bluetooth speaker option first, and then suddenly you plug in your guitar and then blow people away around you. That suddenly you're jamming to AC/DC.
Yeah.
So 8 to 8.5 out of 10.
All right. So I would give it a 7.5, just because I maybe wanted a little more, as you mentioned, a little more features on there. Some effects maybe can control your EQ, but that's just me. On the other hand, you mentioned the looks. I would love having that on my tabletop. So 7.5 for me.
Yeah, I think this and Joyo, the two best looking amps. Of the evening as well. Yeah.
So we've magically switched guitars again, and now our final combo is the ST30 by Strydom. Pair that with the Joyo JamBuddy. Now everyone's familiar with the ST30. We just launched a bunch of new colors. We've had this model going on for a while now. Super popular, really great guitar for the price that it's at. Roasted maple neck, great sounding pickups, and that paired with the Joyo JamBuddy. Now, does this look like an amplifier? Probably not. But you'll be surprised up here that there's actually a speaker. And it's actually got a speaker at the back. So your low end actually reflects off the surface that it's on. And this can sit on your tabletop or it can sit on the floor. It's got 2 foot switches, so you can toggle between 3 different patches. You can go from a clean to a drive sound. And within your drive, you've got the options of rhythm and lead. So if you want a lead sound that's slightly boosted for your solos, that's what you kick in, and then you have the rhythm sound. Within this, you actually can choose between different amp styles, different cab modules, and certain amp modules have like an overdrive pedal to boost it before that. So you have that options. It's got a drum machine, it's got Bluetooth connectivity.
It's a guitar processor inbuilt into a foot switch unit.
Yes.
And an amp.
And it's also got like an OTG function if you want to record directly into your laptop. It functions as a sound interface as well. Just so many features. We are yet to do an in-depth video about this, so stay tuned for that. But till then, Varun, how are you liking this combo?
I mean, even if the viewers check out the last video, this small little amp had the most mind-blowing tones that you could get. And that's mainly to do with the processing power that it has. It has like a guitar. What would you get after a guitar and a big amp? A processor. And that's what's already built into this thing. Now, if you want to be, the only drawback here is you won't be as loud as like a drummer, or you can't use this.
I don't think this is intended.
It's not meant for that. You can go output that into a bigger amp. You could do that, or into a PA system.
A PA system.
Yeah. Thing about this whole thing, it does have a looper.
Yes.
Okay. The speakers, although they might not blow you away, they still have a great volume.
They're pretty loud.
Yeah, they're pretty loud. So that's there, but the main thing is the processing power, because you can immediately dial in, okay, Marshall JCM800 with a tube screamer with this amount of millisecond of delay and this reverb. The amount of sounds you could get out of this thing. You could in 2 minutes I could dial in a edge delay setting. Then I could dial in a full-on gain, like a 5150 amp vanillin sort of a setting, and a whole bunch of things in the middle.
of all the amps that we have, this has the most control over your sound.
Yeah, because that's mainly to do with the processor.
With the processor. So it's an onboard processor with an amp, something that you would have to buy separately. But with this, it's inbuilt. I've not really seen something done like this otherwise.
Yeah.
So it really blew my mind. So how would you rate this?
It sounds great, man. It does sound great. So
it does.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me, especially with this guitar. I mean, the ST30, the neck feel is just banger.
Yep.
The colors, I've been loving all the new colors, by the way. And pickups sound great. This has become like a staple now.
Yeah, this is
and you can just trust it, just pick it up, you know it's going to sound great.
Yep.
And just rely on it. And the best part about this is it even comes so nicely set up straight out of the box.
Yep.
Like from the factory. So nothing to worry about. Along with this, I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but then that would say there's no scope.
There's no scope. There's always scope for improvement.
Yeah, so we'll not go 10 on 10. But I think a 9 on 10 is a very fair rating.
Yeah, even I would go with a 9 on 10 for this, mainly because of how much I love the convenience of this. I live in a situation where I do not have a lot of space to set up an amp. Like, I would love to have a Fullstar at my house, but I cannot do that. The Joyo JamBuddy will do that job for me. And when I go to rehearse with my band, I already have an amp in the jam room. If I have a gig, there is a PA system with monitoring available. So it takes away the need to have...
You already have one of these?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Salary should be coming in soon. But yeah, it's something that solves a lot of my problems and would definitely work for you as well. People at home in Mumbai sitting with noise restrictions.
Yeah, that's one of the top use cases of this.
Yeah.
It's quiet but power packed.
Power packed. So 9 on 10 for me. Alright, so we've been talking about under 30k, what can you get? So now, just for kicks, let's take out the 30k.
Firstly, I would like to say, man, the amount of amazing equipment we could fit in with this 30k bracket is quite mind-blowing. I mean, the 20k was by itself amazing enough, but the 30k one, we really could get the chance for bringing some
because now I could get in a guitar that costs about 20 grand and then have room for a amplifier.
Yeah, so let's sum this up in a way where let's make it tasteful for every sort of a guitar player.
Yeah.
Let's try about it. So if you're a Strat guy, what setup would you pick?
I would go with the ST30. I've loved this guitar. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think from the whole lot, the best Strat that we played from these guitars. If not this, then it's obviously the V2, the pink guitar that we had. I'd probably put like black stripe paint on it. That's what I would customize it on. But anyway, we're back to the good old ST30. Great feel of the neck. Yeah. That's why this guitar just feels at home. You can play it. What would you pair it with? Amp.
Again, I'm super in love with the Joyo JamBuddy. It's just solved all my problems. So I would pair it with the Joyo JamBuddy for sure.
Okay. So if you're a Strat, now if you were a Les Paul or an SG guy, what would you like? You know, a non-Strat guy.
A non-Strat guy, I would actually go with the SELP 110. Ever since these guitars have come around, it's been in the store and it's always my go-to when I just want to sit and jam and practice and stuff. And I would actually pair this with the Joyo DC15. You might ask, why not the DC15S? It's just because for the battery operation and those aspects of it, I have the JamBuddy. But if I want something at home that's just lying in the corner that I don't have to worry about charging, I would go with the DC15. And also just keeping in mind my own personal budget restrictions.
Right. Okay, but if I remove the budget restriction, if you could pick this, would you pick any of the bigger amps with this guitar?
I would go with the Fullstar 30.
Fullstar 30?
Yeah.
Right.
The Fullstar 30 just gives me options of different amps I can pair with different cabs. That's one feature that's not on any of the other amps. And I kind of like having to dial in different cab sounds to experiment with. This also comes with a foot switch. We've talked about that in another video. So this would be more of a staple setup in my house that's just there for whenever I need it. If I want something that I can carry around, I have the JamBuddy. So these are two use cases that, for me at least, would work really well.
That's a good choice, So I would pick something similar. I would pick this. I would be very confused between this and the SG.
SG, yep.
So at some point, I'll have to pick up both. Okay, because that's the scene. But it's the same ditto construction, you know, in terms of finish and fit and feel and everything. Quality is just this, and the SG is just top notch. And I think with that, I would pick, if I wanted more processing power and change of patches, Joyo JamBuddy does the job. But if I just want to play, if I'm not into dialing sounds, if you're a guitar player who's not like, I don't want to go into delays and reverbs and this is too much, this is all science for me, right? So you can come and get around that later on. You could just I would get the looper packed Joyo 15S, the DC 15S.
Interesting.
Because you can charge it or not charge it, anything, you can just plug it in real time. But the fact that the patches are usable straight out and you have a looper. So I'm someone who wants to jam with an album. That's the way I learned guitars. I used to just jam with albums. So I would just load in my whole library and just sit pretty much the entire evening, loop some things and keep playing.
All right, so that was our discussion and discovery of electric guitar rigs under 30,000 rupees. We had a fun time choosing these rigs. We went to the store, checked out guitars, checked out amps, and obviously had a fun discussion about all of these guitars. Obviously, there was a lot of stuff that we had to leave out because it's impossible to cover everything. We would just be here all day and all night talking about combos.
Which we have been.
Yeah, we have been in the past. So we need to avoid that. But we would like to know from your end, what is your favorite combo from all this? And also, if you have visited the store or if you've checked out the website and there's something else that we've not talked about, dude, let us know in the comments. We would really like to we would really love to hear from you. And if there's anything you want to talk about, do let us know. And till then, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.